As we get ready for markets open in New York City today, European markets looking slightly down, possibly on Ukraine worries. We're going to turn now to Jonathan Browdy in the Deal's London newsroom, who has more on that, as well as individual stocks. Jonathan.
Yeah, good morning, John. Once again, tension in the Ukraine is rising, so markets are sinking. Moscow's MICEX composite index was down almost 1.8% by the end of the morning local time, and the main Western European markets were all in negative territory. Not all the caution was to do with geopolitics. After last Friday's weakness in New York, the markets were also waiting for Citigroup's quarterly earnings announcement. Precious metals miners Fresnillo and Randgold Resources both glittered in London, their havens in time of tension. And commodities trader Glencore Xstrata was up over 0.85% on the $6 billion sale of its Las Bambas copper mine in Peru to companies backed by the Chinese government. Glencore had fallen earlier in Hong Kong despite that deal. But other resources stocks did suffer. Oil giant BP was down 1.54% over lingering concerns about its 20% stake in Russian oil company Rosneft and the large proportion of BP's oil production which comes from Russia. It wasn't all bad news in Europe. Eurozone industrial production was up a better than expected 1.7% in February. And while growth in the region remains fragile, inflation remains low. Italy reported inflation at a 5-year low of 0.3% in March, suggesting to some that the European Central Bank could resort to renewed economic stimulus measures in the weeks to come. Shares in both Swedish arms manufacturer Saab and the German steelmaker ThyssenKrupp declined despite their announcement of negotiations for Saab to buy ThyssenKrupp's Swedish marine systems business and bring that submarine and warship maker back into Swedish hands. But in Paris, news that New York activist investor Guy Wiese-Pratt has taken a 1% stake in ski resorts operator Compagnie des Alpes sent that stock up in morning trading. That's all from me in London. John, over to you in New York.
Thank you very much, Jonathan. It's Jonathan Browdy reporting from the Deal's London newsroom.